look at this beautiful place I'm at. You know what it smells like? Allergies. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about The Ordinary. It's a skincare brand that kind of took over. They've only been around for about a year, maybe 2 years, and everybody's been asking me questions about them. I told you that I started using their Retinaldehyde Serum and that I was extraordinarily impressed with it. And in that video I mentioned that if you wanted a full video on why I'm really blown away by this brand, to tell me and I'll make it. So that's what I'm here in the bushes doing for you. So first off, what is The Ordinary and how did I come across it? I came across it at Sephora online. Sephora has all these pages that show what's popular and what's interesting, and for some reason these products were up there. I was a little bit shocked because I was like, hold up, these are $5, these are $15. This is retinol at 2% for $12. I would never expect to see this at Sephora. This is the kind of stuff that you would see for $30 to $50 in a dermatologist's office or at a skincare luxury spa, or you would see it in like crappy formulations at the drugstore. So I turned these around and I was like, okay, I'm expecting to see a lot of fillers, a lot of fluff. They have the active ingredients, which are the things that are really making a difference. And then a lot of times they just have a bunch of packaging around it. And they jack up the price. So because there was no high price, I thought there's gonna be crap. I turn it around, each one of them has a really good set of ingredients. Some that are pretty short, which means they're putting in the actives and nothing else. And then on top of that, they have things that are actually going to work, like zinc, like Niacin Amide, things that actually benefit the skin and do what they're expecting. I did a little bit of research into the brand and I found out why they've kind of been taking over. Again, they've only been around for about 16 months, maybe 2 years, and they're from the parent company that I had never heard of before called Deciem, D-E-C-I-E-M. Apparently Deciem has multiple lines, but The Ordinary is their most popular one. Now, I have to be honest, I was a little bit skeptical. I know that price doesn't always dictate quality, but I feel like as a beauty nerd, or as a beauty buyer in general, that's sometimes a stereotype because it does have some truth to it, and sometimes I get stuck with keeping that in my head. Now, the first products that I actually tried were the No-Brainer set. This is a set of 3 which contains the Natural Moisturizing AHA, the Buffet, which is an anti-wrinkle and hyaluronic acid complex, as well as the Retinoid Emulsion, which is what I really had my eye on. And when I turned around these ingredients, I was impressed. Again, no lengthy lists of ingredients. It literally has the actives and a couple of other things that are going to enhance that active and help it penetrate the skin deeper. So when it came to these, I also liked that they were fragrance free. And again, this entire beginner set, what, $30? And again, when you look at these ingredients, they literally have hyaluronic acid, which is going to be a humectant, which means that it's going to hydrate skin from the inside out. The Buffet, it has anti-wrinkle amino acids, it has bioderivatives, it has hyaluronic acid, has skin ache, which is something that I believe that they patented, and these are all things that I trust. The Retinaldehyde Serum, it's 2% retinaldehyde and pretty much nothing else. And when I started putting these on my skin, I was also wondering, is this going to be an inferior type of retinaldehyde? Sometimes when companies make things super cheap, it's because they source ingredients that aren't pure. For instance, if I were going to go purchase a raw ingredient like glycolic acid, I could get 40% glycolic acid, which is really high. Or I could get just 5, which is pretty low. If I'm purchasing retinaldehyde in the raw form, I could get 98% pure retinaldehyde, or I could get 2% pure retinaldehyde. And as you can see, the 2% is going to be a lot less effective and have a lot more fillers than the 98%. And I know that for a fact because I actually had to buy a bunch of kilos of retinaldehyde in bulk for a project that some of you know about. And sourcing that at 98 and above % was a nightmare, but I got it done. Wait for it. Anyways, when I started trying these out, I was extraordinarily impressed, and I actually went through the entire retinoid serum and had to buy another one outside of the box. This was probably my favorite product because it is so hard to find a good retinoid product. Retinoids are amazing at resurfacing skin, attacking both scarring and wrinkles, and are safe for acne-prone skin. Now, they can be a little bit irritating, they can cause a little bit of redness or a little bit of damage because they are potent, so if you are someone who has sensitive skin, please be careful and do a patch test first. But retinoids can be very beneficial to acne-prone skin. And although the FDA does not clear them to treat acne, I think they have a lot of truth to them. The buffet and the other products in the no-brainer set are great starters. If you've got acne though, I would, however, recommend looking at a few other things, such as this little gem. This is the AHA 30% and the BHA 2% facial peeling solution. So this little thing is amazing. Also, it's purple. We've spoken a lot about AHA and BHA acids on my channel. Again, fruit acids, glycolic acids, malic acids, tartaric acids, and all those fun things, and salicylic acid, which is your BHA. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, and if all those words just confused you, you need to do your homework, turn around and watch a related video, which I will link to you both in the upper corner right here and at the first link in the bottom tab. First off, that's beautiful. Second off, it's effective. Again, this is a resurfacing peel that has no gunk in it, and it literally goes in. These fruit acids micro exfoliate, so you're not scraping the skin with abrasive rocks or abrasive walnut shells. You're literally exfoliating evenly and completely. And again, because of both the AHA and BHA, this is a very good pick for acne. And it's under $10. You hear people in the background talking? Exactly. They're just as shocked as I am. Along with these wonderful acids, this has aloe vera in it, which is essentially just a hydrator that is natural. It's also got lactic acid, and it's got fruit extracts and even carrot, which is why it has this gorgeous rich color. It's really pure, it's really amazing, and I'm shocked that it is so inexpensive. Now the last product was another one that I really liked, and it's Niacin Amide, which again is another acne ingredient that is fabulous that people don't talk about. If you've ever suffered with acne, you go to the drugstore and you either see salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide. And it's so frustrating because sometimes your skin, it gets tolerant to those things. And if it gets tolerant, they stop being effective, and sometimes they're drying, sometimes it's irritating, sometimes your skin gets sensitive, sometimes benzoyl peroxide just burns off your face and it literally stains your clothing and your bed sheets. The Ordinary is great because they give you options that are inexpensive, whereas if I wanted to buy niacinamide back when I was in high school, or if I wanted to buy a retinol or a blend of those AHA and BHA acids when I was in high school, I had to pay $30 to $90 at a dermatologist's office or turn around bottles at Sephora for 50 minutes to find something that's going to set me back 120 bucks. This stuff is the last product that I'm familiar with, which is the niacinamide and the zinc 1%. If you've ever looked into the holistic points of acne, you might also know that zinc is very important. It's not only important to your body, to your gut function, but also to your skin barrier. And a lot of people who have acne, there's a large subset of the population that is actually deficient in zinc and other minerals like trace iron. Now that could be internal, but it could also be physically on the skin. What's great about this is that this is niacinamide plus zinc. Again, niacinamide is an extreme hydrator. It hydrates the skin, and it's also mildly exfoliating. Again, to break down the clog at the top of that pimple so that your skin can naturally exfoliate and do its job without anything else getting in the way. Especially if you wear makeup, this is a great option. It goes on super smooth, and if we look at the ingredients, it's got about 5 ingredients. The first one being water, the second one being niacinamide. Then you've got your glycol, your zinc, and a couple of other seed gums, and you're done. It's got a little bit of chloroplast too. Awesome. Again, it's pure, simple ingredients, which I was shocked by, and that is why I really trust this brand. I used it on my skin. They're high quality ingredients. Again, I was a little bit skeptical of the price because in the past, if you wanted these ingredients, you had to pay big bucks. But the reason that they are so inexpensive is because number one, the brand does not make a lot of money, and number two, they pay for no advertising. Whenever a brand is formulated, they have to pay for a lot of things. They have to pay for the ingredients, but then they have to pay to mix the ingredients, they have to pay for safety testing, they have to pay for the packaging, they have to pay the customer service, the shipping department, the marketing, the advertising, the governmental checks, and all the different layers that go into making a skincare line. The Ordinary has cut out one essential step, which is marketing, which means they can save a ton of money. These guys are not on billboards. They're not paying bloggers or putting money into magazines. They're literally creating quality products at the lowest price possible with sustainable and good for you ingredients and letting the products talk and sell for themselves. Also, they're not making a huge cut for themselves. A lot of skincare brands try to make like a tenfold cut, meaning if they make something for $1, they sell it for 10. Or if they make something for 10 cents, they sell it for $1. That's usually the ratio that a lot of brands try to operate in order to be profitable and to be able to sustain and make money. Instead, they're taking, gosh, if they're creating this for $1, they're probably only spending $5 to $7, which is why they're able to sell this for $7 or $8. So they're making a couple cents each. But when they're making such good products, it works. They actually made a glycolic product that sold 150,000 units before it even hit the shelf, and then they tried to make more, but they couldn't keep up with it. So I think they did get some funding from even a bigger brand because it was so difficult for them to keep up with the demand. But people, including me, love this stuff because it's inexpensive, it actually works, and it's honest, trustworthy stuff. For me, it's kind of a breath of fresh air, especially as someone who knows my ingredients, I know what's in them, and I know how much fluff and advertising and fancy packaging goes on to other things. So again, no fancy packaging here, but you're really getting something of quality. So that is why, so far, I trust the line. They haven't had any scandals, even though they're a new company, they seem reputable, honest. They're just good. And they say they're ordinary, but I would disagree with that because what they're doing is a little bit revolutionary. And again, I know that this video is a little bit more science and ingredient based. I know this video is a little bit more business based, which I've never really spoken about here on the channel. But if you do have questions, be sure to leave a comment down below. If you have tried any of the products, tell me what you've tried and how you liked it. And if you have like 12 bucks, skip yourself a morning Starbucks and an overpriced panini and get yourself some skincare that'll actually work. I love you guys so much, and as you know, education is empowerment. If you believe in the same message, be sure to spread it forward so that you can educate others and share with them as well. There's a little share button, a little arrow in the right hand corner. Share that with your favorite skincare buddy or someone who you're always talking makeup and cosmetics with. And other than that, I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Love you guys. Bye. The random car with the music and the honking car and the dudes over there, they say bye too. Bye for my allergies and I.